she was dead when she came out of that car, wasn't she?
I would call her stupid names just because my anger would do that to me. And she just wasn't happy with what I was at the moment.
So we got a little bit of a situation here. He gave us consent to look in his car, and this front seat has blood everywhere.
I wasn't thinking, honestly.
This is 21-year-old Alec Blair, husband of 22-year-old Gabe Clevenger. When Gabe didn't show up for work one February morning, alarm bells rang quickly. This was unusual for Gabe, who was known to be quite dependable. Concern grew quickly, and when police began asking questions, one name came up repeatedly: her estranged husband, Alec.
He was changing his story, and that just really just scared me inside. Like, that's just, like, it just doesn't seem normal.
Alec was the last person seen with Gabe, and before long, investigators began to suspect that his casual, even joking demeanor was hiding something far more sinister.
She told me that for some reason. I don't really know why she told me that.
22-year-old Gabrion Gabe Clevenger was kind, outgoing, and full of life. Friends described her as bubbly and fun to be around, someone who always tried to see the best in others. Born in Mount Gilead, Ohio in 1997, Gabe grew up in Galion City schools and started working at Walmart at 19. It was there, in 2016, that she met Alec Blair. The two began dating that fall, and on social media, they appeared inseparable. To friends, they looked like a happy young couple starting their lives together. But after their marriage in August 2019, the relationship changed. Behind closed doors, Alec became controlling and verbally abusive. Arguments often ended with him breaking or destroying Gabe's belongings. This is the body cam footage of Gabe's first welfare check when Alec went berserk on her.
We are planning on getting divorced. Okay. And he moved out. And we've been trying to be civil and stuff, and he dropped me off, and he just kept like lingering around, and I just don't really want him sitting here and stuff. And he got all mad and like freaked out and slammed all my stuff down, slammed my lamp down, and smashed it and broke my table.
Okay. And you guys are still married? Okay. Well, unfortunately, there's not a crime because you guys are still married, there's not a crime here. You know, what I would do, though, is since you guys have you served them with papers yet?
No, we were supposed to do that tomorrow.
Supposed to tomorrow? Okay. Well, it seems like you guys are going to have some problems in the next upcoming months getting through this. So what I would do is, obviously it's documented that we are here tonight. What I would do for your sake, and whenever you get your divorce lawyer, go ahead and take pictures, document on a piece of paper or do you have a smartphone or something, dates and times of when this happened. He came, he did this, he broke the lamp, we were talking about such and such, and then he left, or what kind of state he was in, was he drunk, was he this, that, and the other thing. And then that's going to help you as far as, one, possibly getting any type of money back for stuff like this. But because you guys are married, it's I own this and he owns this, you know. Yeah. So are you safe? Everything fine? You do feel threatened or anything like that? Or
I got a deadbolt and everything, so he won't be able to come in. So.
Does he still get mail here and live here, or?
I don't know if he transferred it yet, because we haven't really been speaking much. He just takes me up, takes me work, takes me home.
Okay, but you guys are still on a seeing each other basis.
We're just trying to be civil so that I can still get to work, so I can be able to pay my bills.
Okay.
But he's just been acting violent about stuff.
Okay. Okay. But like I said, anything else, document, and then if he has any other problems like that, then give us a call, okay? All right?
Okay.
Yep.
What Alec later dismissed as anger issues was, in reality, abuse. He trapped Gabe in rooms during fights, destroyed her possessions, and even urinated on them. By early 2020, just 5 months into their marriage, Gabe made the difficult decision to leave. She moved out of the trailer she shared with Alec and filed for an annulment. When the two separated, his obsession escalated. He stalked Gabe, harassed her new boyfriend, and shared private photos of her online. For a while, Gabe stayed with her grandmother before moving in with the family of a close friend. For Gabe, it was a necessary step toward putting distance between herself and a marriage that had turned violent and controlling.
Some of the things that she was telling me was just very alarming, and I told her that, I was like, well, Gabe, I don't know what's going on with you and CJ, but these are your choices, and you need to do something from now on. When he does these things, you need to call the police, because there needs to be a police report, because it's not normal. And then I told her there's domestic violence shelters that she can go to that would offer her a lot of help. And I said, and if you're not comfortable with them, I'm willing to open up my house.
That friend's mother, Lisa Davis, was a survivor of domestic violence herself. She recognized the warning signs in Gabe's situation immediately. Gabe believed that leaving the trailer and moving into the Davis home would put an end to the abuse. But instead, Alec's behavior escalated. He began calling and texting her relentlessly, sometimes dozens of times in a single day. If she ignored him, he left threatening voicemails and sent harassing messages on social media. Not long after, reports surfaced of a break-in at the trailer Gabe had once shared with Alec, raising even more concern about just how far he was willing to go. Seeing this, Gabe decided to call the police once again in hopes of solving this unsettling situation.
Do you have a phone number for him?
I still have it because I did block his numbers. Because I asked him about it. I was like, did you have something to do with this? And he goes, no, I didn't. I was
Did you call or text him?
Yeah, because he messaged me because the landlord tried calling him because he turned my phone off. So.
And what did he say when you called him?
He said I didn't. I was like, then who would have done it? Because nobody's just going to come in and break the stuff and not take it.
Yeah, that's right.
He messaged me today, too.
Okay. Are you involved in anything? Is there a reason he would want to?
Well, he don't like me because me and her, we have a mutual friend.
Okay.
And so me and her just kind of started talking, being friends, and
Gotcha.
she started investing stuff with me, and she started feeling comfortable. So,
No need for checks.
so
Has he
I let
messaged
her
you?
Stay with me. Yeah, he's like, bring Gabe home and all this. He's like, again, could you fucking, and like, he's really aggressive. So I'm just like, and then yeah, it's just. Like, I'm not even trying to do anything. He's claiming that me and her is dating, and I'm trying to sleep with her.
All right. When did your landlord call you and tell you that everything was
It
good?
was around.
Do you have an exact time?
I'll clear it in just a second when I get the last in.
So he officially moved out Tuesday, and he was living here for how long? How long were you guys living here for?
We just moved into this trailer back in the beginning of December.
2:36.
Yeah. So around 2:30 is when my landlord called me.
Then what time did you get home?
We got here at like 3:20, I think it was.
I know what she called another time about him punching holes in the wall, and that was the first time she felt
The
really
other day I
uncomfortable.
called because he smashed my lamp against my TV stand.
Okay.
And then smashed my coffee table.
Gotcha.
And you guys just like, well, you guys
Yeah,
are
like,
married,
can't do
and she's like, I really don't feel comfortable, so.
Yeah, I mean,
That's how I
if
really
it's just
got-
stuff that's
yeah.
broken, I mean, there's not really much we can do. I'll still do a report on it because there's a little more than just stuff being broken. But I'm gonna try and see what we can get done about it because it's a little more
Do you want me to head over there with you?
just
Mm-hmm.
breaking some stuff. He dumped cat litter and urine and everything all over the place. So
Yeah.
I'll see what we can do. In a lot of these cases, since you guys are married, it's his house. Yours is his is yours type thing.
Claire, can you advise us if you're
Technically, you can come in here and break stuff.
disregard?
17.
So I'll let you know what happens on that end of it, but I'll get your report number. I'll be doing a report for burglary and then. So here is, at the top, it's gonna be your report number. That's my name and badge number. Here's the phone number to call. And then here's our address if you want to pick up a copy of the report number.
All right.
Alec's behavior wasn't fading with distance. It was intensifying, spreading from Gabe herself to the people around her. And that kind of escalation rarely stops on its own.
So you guys, what you need to do is you need to go and you need to talk with your landlord about doing an eviction order. And having him evicted from here. Because obviously you can't keep on coming in here and causing damage like
He
that.
told me today, before I even got a call or anything, that he was going to talk to the landlord, that he's getting his name taken off.
Okay. Even then, he still needs to have an eviction.
Yeah.
So talk to the landlord, be like, hey, I know he said he's taking his name off the lease, but he still needs to be evicted because he was living here at one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
And if he decides he wants to come back, he can come back. If he does come back, call us if he's a problem. Because technically it's just still his house, so we can't make him leave. But if he's an issue, call us. We'll come out. Has there ever been any history of domestic violence? Has he ever hit you, slapped you, threatened to?
No, he just gets in my face and screams at me. Like on Saturday, I was trying to leave the house and he wouldn't let me leave. He was like holding me into like the bathroom and in the hallway, not letting me get out.
And that was when?
Saturday, and
Okay.
he was like screaming in my face, calling me stupid bitch and everything.
Why wasn't he letting you leave?
Resurrection Parish.
Because he wanted to talk about us getting back together, and I don't want to. And he just doesn't want to understand it.
As Alex's behavior became increasingly erratic and threatening, Gabe took legal action. On January 22nd, 2020, she filed for a protection order, hoping it would create distance and give her some measure of safety. But less than 3 weeks later, on the morning of February 10th, Alex showed up unannounced at the Davis home, where Gabe had been staying. According to Lisa Davis, he told Gabe he wanted her to come with him to the courthouse to file paperwork related to their divorce. At first, Gabe was hesitant to go, but after some back and forth, she reluctantly agreed. Between 10:30 and 11 that morning, she walked out to Alex's car. It was the last time anyone had seen her alive.
Shelby Police Department. Hi, this is Lisa. I'm calling. I live at 122nd Street, and I would like to make a police report.
Okay, what's going on?
I have a young lady who's living here with me. She's been here for about, I'm going to say about a month and a half. Her husband got very violent with her, and she has a bunch of police reports there in Mansfield that she's filed. She also filed for an annulment. She's waiting for paperwork to come here to this address. Anyway, Alex ended up, her soon-to-be ex-husband ended up finding out where we lived at, and he come over all psycho and banged on the door. She ended up leaving with him, and she texted my son, who is out of state, and said, hey, I'm with Alex. He became psycho, and CJ's like, why didn't you call the police? But anyway, nobody can find her. She didn't show up for work. She didn't call off. That's so out of her character. I'm hoping I can file a report.
Has there been any incidents in the 2 months that she lived there? Has Alec been there at the residence?
He has not been there at my residence at all, but there has been a lot of things that, as far as text messages, she ended up getting a new phone because he was harassing her, destroyed her property, everything that she owned. She has just a small bag of things that she was able to collect from her home where she was living. So.
Do you know if he still lives there or where he lives, or did they both move out together?
I was told when they first initially broke up, she was there, and he moved in with his mother. And this is just hearsay, I don't know. This is just from what I heard from her. He moved in with mother, but he was still harassing her. And so she started calling the police, and the police wasn't really doing anything. So then she moved in with me. But he was still destroying property and just everything. Her animals come up missing. I don't know. I know that she was very scared of him, very much.
Okay, and then moving up to the day when you called us, what led you to call us today?
Well, I called today because my son got a hold of me and said, hey, Alex showed up at the house.
Your son, CJ.
My son, CJ, said that Alex showed up at my house, and there was a huge argument that went on between them, and CJ hadn't heard from her since. And from what CJ understood is that Gabriella left with Alex. But I got home about 12 o'clock today. After I dropped you off at 10, I got home at noon. She was already gone when I got there at noon. Now, I didn't hear from CJ. I didn't think anything about it because she goes to work around that time. Okay. CJ got a hold of me at 12:30. So I come back to the house just to look through her things. I found some text messages that she had saved, some threats and stuff from him. I started getting worried. I found out that she didn't show up at work. she didn't call work. So it's rare for her not to show up, but then not even to call off work. So that no one had heard anything from her.
And then at some point you also called Alec or text Alec.
Then I called you guys because I was worried. So now nobody's seen her. So now she just disappeared. I said, "This is Lisa. When is the last time you've seen Gabe?" He said, "I saw her earlier because we were going to do some divorce stuff. She didn't wanna, so I was trying to make her. We got in an argument about it, and so I left. Then I don't know what else." So from that, it made me sound like they argued at my house and he left.
Right.
And I said, "Well, I'm very worried about her. I haven't seen her all day, and her phone is not working." And he said, "So am I. I was told by Bob Evans' crew, and the Shelby police called me. Who is this again?" And I said, "Lisa. How did you get my address?" And then he said, "Someone gave it to me after I made a post about Gabe a little while ago, and I don't know why they did, honestly. And who is this? Gabe never mentioned a Lisa." And then I went and texted him. I said, "I saw her get in your car. Where is she? I'm her friend." He said, "Oh, okay. She got in, but that's when we argued, and I left without her." And I said, "Oh, well, she never came back inside." And he said, "Really, I didn't look back to see. I didn't know where she would have went, honestly." And I said, "No. I was watching. Where did she get out of your car at?" And then he changed the story again and said, "We went up just a little bit before I got tired of arguing, and she got out, and I can't remember that area well because I just don't know it." And after I received this text from him, after he went and switched it from the porch to just the car, now to this, it just alarmed me inside. And so I called you guys back. And this was at 6:26, and I called you guys almost immediately after this. This just shook me up. Like, why are you changing your subject?
So you initially called us and talked to us at Rutherford, and once you got these texts, then you were concerned enough to call us back because he changed his story.
Because he was changing his story, and that just really just scared me inside. Like, that's just...
With growing concern for Gabe's safety, the Shelby Police Department moved quickly. Their first priority was to locate Alec Blair, the last person known to have seen her. Officers tried calling him several times, but each attempt went unanswered, raising even more suspicion. Then, just as detectives were preparing their next step, Alec finally returned their call.
Rutherford Shelby Police Department.
Hello, I received a call from you guys that I missed.
Okay.
Now go back to it.
Who am I speaking with?
Alex Blair.
Okay. I believe I'm calling in regards to a Gabrielle Clevenger. This female, were you married to her or dating this female?
Married to her.
Okay. Are you currently with her by chance?
No, I'm at work.
You're not with her at all. And have you seen her today?
I saw her earlier.
Okay. So we got a report that, obviously you guys are not seeing each other, or you guys were seeing each other, but you're not seeing each other now. You guys are split up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that you went out to her residence and supposedly were harassing her. Well, now her roommate is calling to make a complaint that nobody's heard from her, and they're concerned about her well-being. So basically the reason I was calling you is to see if you had any contact with her after you left the residence.
I was talking to her because we were going to try to go to the courthouse for divorce stuff, but she didn't want to, but I was trying to get her to go. She didn't want to go. We got in an argument, and I left.
After their phone conversation, officers went to Alec Blair's workplace to speak with him directly. They found him there and began asking questions about Gabe's disappearance. When he agreed to let officers search his car, the investigation took a decisive turn. Inside, they made a horrifying discovery that would change the case's nature for the officers.
You got any weapons or anything on you? No. Okay, I'm just gonna pat you down real quick. And just go ahead and step on out here. No?
we got a little bit of a situation here. He gave us consent to look in his car, and this front seat has blood everywhere. He's saying it's from his friend that has a nosebleed. I think they might have a fucking murder here. I'm not even sure yet. Alright. Bye. Dude, there's... Look at that blood. It's all over. It's up in the seat. Like he's been cleaning in here. You can see he cleaned that whole floor mat. I got my lieutenant coming up here because you guys might have some shit here. Where is he?
Inside Alec's car, officers uncovered evidence he could not explain away. Bloodstains that pointed directly to foul play. In that instant, the case shifted. What began as a missing persons report was no longer a search for a lost spouse. It had become a homicide investigation. For detectives, it was the breakthrough they had been waiting for, and for Alec, it marked the turning point from a seemingly concerned husband to the prime suspect in his wife's disappearance. He was immediately taken into custody and brought to the station for further questioning. What follows next is a revelation that will send shivers down your spine. Detectives will try to uncover what is it that really happened, but unbeknownst to them, it will lead them into a much darker truth than they could have ever imagined.
Our main goal here is she's missing. You don't know where she is.
Yeah.
So you understand you're here voluntarily, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I am going to read you your Miranda warning. It's just something that we have to do. Okay.
After being advised of his Miranda rights, detectives began their questioning of Alec.
So tell me where you guys were living.
We were living in Trailer Park.
Okay.
Out in, it's a Greenwich address.
Okay.
But it's not really Greenwich. It's like 5 minutes from the Crestview schools.
Clayburg Road Trailer Park?
Yeah, Clayburg Road,
okay.
Yeah, we were living there we started in one trailer and then moved into another trailer that was bigger for us.
Okay. And then how long did you stay there?
I was there at the newer trailer we got till about beginning of January.
Okay.
Because she was telling me that, she wasn't happy because a lot of stuff had to do with me. Because I would have anger issues.
Okay.
From childhood and parents divorced and stressed. I would if my anger, I would punch the wall or maybe throw something.
Okay.
That would be my type, getting out my anger.
Right.
Beginning of January, I moved out with my mom.
Okay.
Over on Taylortown Road.
Okay.
And I've been living there ever since.
Okay. And then where was she living? You said you moved out, so did she stay in the trailer?
She was staying in the trailer for a while there that I know of, and then she was trying to get a place out here in Shelby. Apartment. And I know she was staying with somebody else. It was a friend at first that turned into, something else.
Okay. Now, whose friend? Your friend or her friend?
It was her friend, yeah.
Okay. And then how'd you hear about that, or how'd you learn about that?
She was the one that told me, actually, all about that.
Okay. I don't know what she said. She was just talking to a guy, or?
Well, at first she kind of didn't want to say anything, but I was just kind of talking to her and wanting her to tell me, the truth, just tell me. And she said she was talking at first that I know of, and then...
When questioned, Alec claimed he knew little about the new man in Gabe's life, but the truth was very different. Alec had discovered that Gabe had grown close to Lisa's son, CJ, someone she'd first met through work. What started as a friendship soon developed into a relationship, and Alec's anger quickly shifted toward him. He began sending CJ threatening messages on Facebook and went so far as to share private photographs of Gabe in an effort to humiliate her and drive a wedge between them.
So if he walked in the police department right now, you wouldn't know who he was?
I could probably tell who he was because, I've seen, his Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you looked him up on Facebook. And you have a general idea what he
Right,
looked like.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So when you found out that she was like talking to him, like what was the status of your relationship at the time?
I was single, I guess. Even though I was still, legally married.
Okay. Okay. But I mean, did you guys have like an understanding, like we're going to see other people, or we're separated?
It was hard for me at first.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of got really depressed with everything just because I wasn't ready, and she was basically the first person I fell in love with.
As the questioning continues, detectives notice something unusual, a faint smile on Alec's face as he recounts his conversations with Gabe.
From that incident, the burglary, or whatever that was, up until now, have you guys been amicable? Have you been getting along? I mean, what's going on between you and her?
We were kind of civil, but then we kind of would go back into a path of just, we were messaging each other, and, it would just be like really not, great things we would tell each other. We really didn't have a great relationship, but, I tried to be civil again just because I wanted to calm everything down.
Sure.
She wanted the divorce and I wasn't prepared.
Okay.
So I kind of just finally was getting into that feeling to do that.
All right. So she had told you she wanted a divorce.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that what started kind of the waxing and waning of the arguments, or?
Yeah.
That's what started it. Okay. And now, are you talking to her on the phone about all this stuff? Do you guys text or Facebook message, or how do you guys talk?
It would usually just be Facebook message.
Okay.
But most of the time she had me blocked on Facebook, so I'd have to talk to her sister to tell her, whatever.
Okay, all right. So when's the last time you saw her?
This morning, actually.
Okay, tell me about that. How did you see her this morning? Why did you see her this morning?
Well, because I was messaging her on Facebook because I wanted to go to the courthouse so we can figure out anything with a divorce, how much it's going to cost, all that stuff. Well, she didn't really want to at first, but I was trying to talk her into it just so we can get it all done and over with.
Okay.
And then when I did get her, we went to the car. I started going for a little bit, but she just wanted to try to start arguing.
Mm-hmm.
I really wasn't in the mood to argue just because I was tired. And, I told her, I was like, I'm not really in the mood to argue right now. I just want to go get this done and go to work. Well, she didn't want, she wanted to continue arguing, and then she told me she wanted to get out of the car, so I just was like, okay. So she got out of the car. It wasn't too far from her house, her boyfriend's house or whatever. And, I decided to go home.
Okay. So then you went back to Tatertown.
Yeah, I went home and got ready for work, went to work.
So where, you were going to Mansfield on 39? Or how were you planning to go to the courthouse?
Yeah, I think it was 39, yeah.
Is it the main highway, or are you going back roads?
It was the main highway, yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah. Okay, so about how far away did you get before, she said she wanted to get out?
It was like 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay.
Before
anything. Do you know the area well? Where exactly this happened? Where she got out?
From that area, I really don't know too well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not really from Shelby, so I don't know too much.
Okay. You know where, so if you're going in 39 to Mansfield, right?
Yeah.
And then you make a right, and you go up Lexington Spring Mill to go towards Meyer and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Was it before that?
It was, way before that.
Way before that. Okay.
Yeah.
So was it past Mill Irons?
We weren't past there. I just picked her up from her house where she was at, and we started going. And it wasn't really that long before she told me that.
He frames himself as the honest man, making an effort to stay on good terms with his ex-wife. But detectives can see through it. The smile tells another story. It's almost as if Alec is amused by the idea that he was ever civil toward Gabe at all. Smiling during a murder investigation is definitely not what you'd expect from a suspect, especially as a detective. After some brief questions about his past, detectives turn to the day Gabe went missing. They press Alec for every detail, every word, every interaction, anything that might explain what really happened.
And where'd you pick her up at?
Over on 2nd Street.
Okay. And that's where she's like staying. Who lives there?
I know that, I don't really know. I think it might be CJ's mom and stepdad.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
And I think it might be CJ, but I know he wasn't in Ohio. He's not in Ohio right now. I think that's who's living there.
Okay. But I mean, how'd you find out where they lived?
I made the stupid post on Facebook about her. It was just really just me just downplaying her. I was just being dumb in my anger. And someone messaged me and told me the address of his name. I didn't know who it was that told me.
Okay. All right. So when you picked her up today, right? Well, about what time was that?
I'm going to say like 10:30, maybe 11.
Okay. And how did, why didn't you just go to the courthouse by yourself? Why didn't she just go by herself? Why did you guys have to go together?
She doesn't have a car. I'm the only one with the car. When we were together, we had just the one car.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up actually getting into an accident over here. By Taco Bell and everything.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I rear-ended somebody and just got a rental car.
Oh, wow. Okay. When did that happen?
I think it was a week ago.
Okay. What were you doing over here?
I went to go get gas. And came out there and hit the back of somebody.
Okay.
Throughout the interview, Alec can't seem to stop smiling. The casual way he carries himself is completely at odds with the seriousness of his words and the evidence mounting against him. It's that disconnect that makes it so deeply unsettling.
I wanted to go to the courthouse because I wanted to see what we could do, if anything could do, or how much everything will cost.
Right.
All that. And she was just trying to tell me she didn't want to do it right now. But I wanted to do it just because it'll help me clear my mind a little bit better.
Right.
Just so I'm not, dealing with anything with her, just trying to move on.
So you kind of changed your mindset. Now she's kind of dragging her feet and you want to get it done.
Yeah.
When before, she wanted to get it done right away and you did.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Now, when did that change your heart happen?
I kind of was thinking about it all weekend long. Just trying to thinking of it, and I was like, well, I might as well do it. I'd message her till Monday because, courthouse wasn't open.
Sure.
Till then, so I decided to message her as soon as I got up.
Okay, so you picked her up. What time did you say? I'm sorry. What time did you say this
It was
morning?
in the 10:30 to 11 area.
Okay. From her house on 2nd Street?
Yeah.
Was he there? This CJ guy, was he there?
No, because I know he's not in Ohio right now. Yeah.
Does he work somewhere else or?
I guess his work made him travel. Last I know he was in Virginia.
Okay.
She told me that for some reason. I don't really know why she told me that.
So who else was there when you picked her up?
I guess there was someone named Lisa there. I don't know who that is or anything.
Alec insists that Lisa was present when he picked Gabe up, but in the same breath, he admits he doesn't even know who Lisa is. It's important to note that Gabe was home alone when Alec came to pick her up. His apparent surprise at Lisa's account only reinforced what detectives already suspected, that Alec knew Gabe was by herself, and that his version of events was not adding up.
Did you see Lisa?
No, I don't know how she got my number, but she was texting me, asking me what was going on. honestly, I have no idea how she got my number. I don't know.
I mean, what she said? She's just like, I mean, how did the conversation start?
I think she said, it's Lisa, and then asked me, you know, asked me, I can't remember how it actually went. He said, it's Lisa. Have you heard anything from Gabe? Because I'm worried about her.
Yeah.
And I was like, I haven't heard anything. I was trying to get in contact with her too. And then I was asking who Lisa was, because I didn't know who that was. And she said, because Gabe never actually said anything about Elisa, so I had like zero idea who this person is, and how they got my number or anything. Yeah, and then she was just trying to ask me what was going on. I was telling her, you know, what had happened. And, you know, how I was having major panic attacks at work.
Yeah.
My boss could tell I was doing it because I was freaking out on what was going on with her.
Okay.
With Gabe.
So about what time did you get this text from Lisa?
It was probably about 2:20.
Okay.
2:10, 2:20, yeah.
All right. What is the argument about when you guys are at this point?
Just that I'm messaging her too much, or that she doesn't want to do this right now. That I can wait on to do this until she wanted to do it like Tuesday or Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to do it, and I wasn't listening. That's what she was telling me.
Okay, go on. What'd you say?
I was like, well, I just want to get this done and over with. I want to see what we can do here.
Okay. So what made her so mad that she jumped out of the car?
Just because she doesn't like to be around me much anymore.
Okay. And that's because just of the arguments you've had in the past? Or?
Yeah, because of arguments and my anger towards her, where I would call her stupid names just because my anger would do that to me. And she just wasn't happy with what I was at the moment.
Okay, all right. So, you just, what do you call her?
I'm calling her just, stupid. I'll call her like all that stupid stuff.
And you've called her that before?
Yeah, usually when we were together, I would call her that just out of fun. She would laugh when I would do that. Mm-hmm. But now it's just, this was like me, I was angry.
Okay.
I was just putting it out.
Alright, so you're driving on Mansfield Avenue, and you're getting this kind of back and forth about some name calling, and you wanting to do it today. And then what happened from there?
What happened after I was calling her names, or today?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. She wanted to get out, so I stopped the car and let her out.
Detectives had given Alec every opportunity to tell the truth. Instead, he lied at nearly every turn. With patience exhausted, it was time for the detectives to change tactics and confront him directly.
I want to ask you about something else real quick, okay? You seem like a good guy, being cooperative with us here, so we want to shoot you straight to here and put all our cards on the table, because obviously we want to find her.
Right.
All right? I'm just going to break this down real short and simple, all right? One of our officers from the sheriff's office, and I wasn't there when this happened, I'm just going by the information that was given to me, okay? They apparently got a look inside your car at some point in time doing follow-up for this case for Shelby Police Department, okay? Yeah. And the officer that had a look inside your car saw what he believed was blood and what looked like blood had been cleaned up, okay? Yeah. Now, I'm also told that somebody said something to you about this, and you said a friend of yours had been in the car and had a bad bloody nose, and that's where it came from. Yeah. Is all that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the deal. You need to be honest with us about this. Mm-hmm. All right?
Yeah.
Because We can DNA test that blood.
Right.
We can verify that it's hers and not this friend.
Right.
Which I don't know who this friend supposedly is. We'll get to that a little later. But we can check that. Very easily find out if it's hers or not.
Right.
Okay. We can also subpoena all your phone records and find out if you have been in contact with this CJ or her or whatever it is you've said to them. Okay. I get you guys are going through a bad divorce. Okay?
Right. Yeah.
People say things that aren't pretty. We've all done it. All right. It's no. We don't care about that.
Right.
All right. We've all been there, whether anyone wants to admit it or not. All right. The point I'm getting at here is all this stuff here. If you're lying about it, it's extremely easy for us to prove that you're lying about it.
Right.
Because we can test DNA, because we can subpoena phone records and verify all this. All right. They also did a ping on her cell phone, and it pinged off a cell tower not too far from where you work at.
Oh, really?
Just as the interrogation was reaching its breaking point, a technical problem caused the cameras to shut down. At that very moment, Alec had finally cracked under the pressure of evidence and admitted to dumping Gabe's body. But because of the malfunction, none of that crucial confession was recorded. Now the detectives faced a difficult challenge. They needed Alec to repeat his confession, this time on camera. There was always the risk he might refuse, so the detectives had to tread carefully.
So, you drag her off in the field, you get back in your car, you sit and you're thinking about it. Then what do you do?
Officer Turner, could I talk to you for 1 second?
So, I want to back up because I'm still a little confused about what happened. So, you go to her house this morning, and you pick her up.
Right.
For the purpose of?
Courthouse.
Okay. So, you pick her up from 2nd Street. You go down 2nd Street. What direction do you turn?
Take that. I'm going down 2nd Street, take that left.
Okay.
Go down towards a stop sign.
Okay.
Take another left, and then it's basically we're just going straight towards where the main road and everything is, like Taco Bell, Wendy's.
Okay.
Going down there, going the turn lane right there towards where Taylortown is. Turn down Taylortown.
All right.
We got to the point, where I did hit her.
Okay.
And then I did turn down where the golf course and everything, and towards that dead end. And that's where I left her.
Okay.
This is where Officer Turner's experience as an interrogator became clear. As he re-entered the room, his posture is different. He leans back, hands behind his head, adopting a relaxed stance. It's a deliberate choice, designed to put Alec at ease and encourage him to open up once again.
So, after you hit her, she's bleeding everywhere. Is she immediately unconscious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then tell me again what you did. I'm just trying to understand the sequence of events here.
Like where I hit her?
Yeah.
Went like that.
Okay.
Here.
Alright. She starts bleeding real bad. And that's the blood that's in your car right now.
Right.
It's not this other made-up friend that you said had nose with. Okay, it's her blood. We got that. Alright. So, she's unconscious. What do? You go around the other side of the car?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then what happens?
That's when I take her out to the cornfield.
Okay. And then, so she's out in the cornfield. Is she on her stomach? Is she on her back?
On her back. Okay,
alright. And what do you do, to check for signs of life?
Her pulse, and then try to check her breathing.
Okay. But she wasn't breathing?
It was kind of hard.
Okay.
Like, it was coming out, but it was...
Okay, is it like gurgling? Like blood coming out of her mouth? Gurgling sound?
Honestly, don't think there was any gurgling sound now.
Okay. And you checked for her pulse where?
Right here on her arm.
Okay, alright. Okay, so then you kind of go back and you sit in your car.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? What happens from there?
I'm freaking out to myself. I don't know what, I know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do.
Alec eventually admits to hitting Gabe and leaving her in the woods. What's striking is how calmly he delivers this confession. as if describing something routine rather than a violent act. But this is only the beginning. Something still doesn't add up. The amount of blood found in his car is far greater than his story can explain. The detectives press him on this contradiction.
You realize, while you're being a little more honest with you, this still doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay? You hit her. While it's not a good thing,
right?
It's not the end of the world.
Right.
Okay? It would have been, I don't care if you know CPR or not.
Right.
I don't care if you have any first aid knowledge whatsoever.
Right.
You're not out in the no civilization.
Right.
You're mere minutes from Shelby, Shiloh,
right.
places with people that you can take her to get help.
Right.
You got phones you can call.
Right. Yeah.
At the very least, if you were that concerned about it, you could have at least called and then drove off after giving them a location.
Yeah, I should have done that. I know I should have.
Well, here's why I think you didn't. I think she was already dead when you pulled her out of that car and dumped her in the field. And you figured, I don't think anybody was at the house when I picked her up. Nobody probably saw me with her. If I just get rid of her, scrub the car down, there's not going to be enough people or enough information to say, yeah, I was with her this afternoon. You just figured you'd take your chances and hope nobody figured it out.
She wasn't dead at all.
She wasn't dead at all. But this is at 12:30.
Right.
And mind you, we're talking over a 12-hour time lapse here now when we're talking. Okay? Today was rainy. It was cold.
Right.
It was foggy. So you're concerned about what's going to happen if people find out you hit her.
Right, yeah.
She's still alive. But yet you just dump her in a field in this cold weather where if she's unconscious, she's got more than a fair chance of freezing to death before anybody finds her. But your concern is you just don't want anybody to find out that you hit her.
Yeah.
This is where it makes no sense.
It was just concerning me, just because hitting a woman, that was a big deal for me.
But you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
It's more than just hitting.
Right.
Okay? I think you're smart enough to realize that, hey, I can get her help. I can take my take my hit for domestic violence if she files charges out of this.
Yeah.
Take my first degree misdemeanor and go home. No big deal.
Right.
All right? I don't think, as smart as you are, you'd go to that lengths to cover up a misdemeanor offensive violence. It doesn't make any sense.
I wasn't thinking, honestly.
She was dead when she came out of that car, wasn't she?
Last I knew, she wasn't.
Detectives quickly cut through Alec's story. He insists the attack was impulsive, but they see through it. Alec had opportunities to get Gabe help, yet he chose not to. Instead, he left her to suffer. To investigators, it was clear this wasn't a momentary lapse of control. Alec intended to hurt Gabe.
Generally, one punch will knock somebody unconscious.
Right.
So, I need to know, was it one punch or was it several punches?
It was a couple of them, yeah.
How many do you think?
I don't know. I just kept kind of just going.
Okay, and this is all in the car?
Yeah.
And you're using your right hand. You're going like this?
Yeah, because I was driving with my left.
Okay. All right, so you hit her several times with your fists. Wait, it was your fists, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you hit her with anything else? A club or a bag?
I had nothing else in the car with me.
Okay. All right. So you drive her out into the field, and you said you're checking for her for breath. At that point, did you put your hand on her mouth to cover it, to just finish it off? This is done. Come this far.
Honestly, I did put her towards her mouth more. Mm-hmm. I didn't try to cover her nose. I could feel that she was struggling to kind of get that out.
Okay, all right. So, but you knew at that point she was dead.
Pretty much, yeah. I figured that she was giving her last whatever.
Last breath, last okay.
Pump of everything. Yeah.
Eventually, officers persuaded Alec to take them to the place where he said he had left Gabe. As they set out, they prepared themselves for two possibilities. At best, finding her injured, and at worst, finding that the cold February night had claimed her life. But what they discovered was far worse than either scenario. Alec led them to a remote cornfield off Laser Road. There, in the middle of the field, officers found Gabe's body. With this discovery, any lingering hope that Gabrion might have survived was gone. For investigators, the case no longer carried questions of rescue. It carried the burden of justice. And achieving that meant facing Alec one last time in another interrogation, now as the main suspect.
You told me that when you initially struck Gabe, you were on Taylortown, right by Plymouth Spring Mill at that church?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, you correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just going by what you told me earlier, okay?
Yeah.
That was the area where you first struck her at, and you said that also in that area when she lost consciousness, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many hits did it take to get her to go unconscious, approximately?
I couldn't tell, how many I was doing. It just kept kind of...
Was it more than one before she went unconscious, though?
Yeah. It was a lot more than one.
And how much was she bleeding from all that?
She was bleeding pretty heavy.
From where, like her face?
Yeah.
Okay. How much blood did you have to clean up?
There's a lot on the seat, mainly, where it was.
Okay. Anywhere else in the car?
I think some got on the dashboard just a little bit, but not too much of it.
Okay. Now, are we talking you got to clean up some droplets, a little splatter, or are we talking whole puddles and pools that we got?
It was just splats that would go.
Okay.
The condition of Gabe's remains, however, told a story very different from Alec's account. He had claimed she died from being struck during an argument, but the autopsy revealed the truth. Gabe had been stabbed 14 times. Her death was not the result of a single impulsive blow, as Alec had insisted. It was the result of a brutal, deliberate attack.
We need to get this all out in the air here, okay? Yeah. We can't get closure on any of this without truth.
Yeah.
All right? How did you kill her?
Just I had a pocket knife. And honestly, I don't know what got into me to do anything. I just remember flash from my eyes, and I was angry with something she was telling me.
Okay. So you were mad at something she was telling you?
Yeah.
Okay. This pocket knife you had, did you stab her with it?
Yeah.
Okay, how many times did you stab her with it?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you how many times.
Did you slash her throat with it?
No. No, I didn't get to her throat in any way.
Remember, man, the honesty here, we can't have any closure.
Right.
All right? I know she's got a big gaping hole in her neck.
Really? I didn't get near her throat at all.
Okay, where did you stab her?
I think it was just mainly onto her sides and everything. Her sides and her front.
Okay.
But her throat I didn't touch.
Okay. Being really honest so far, man.
Yeah.
There's no point in screwing it up now.
Right.
Okay? You know that's not true, too. Be straight with me here. Okay? I understand that you had a blackout moment where you were just so mad and you couldn't control yourself, and it was like, how am I get this woman off my back?
Yeah.
It's too much, and you snapped.
Yeah.
What I tell you earlier, people snap sometimes.
Right.
Okay? But we got to be honest about this. we can't dance around the issue here, especially when I know the information you're giving me is not accurate based on what I've seen in my investigation. You know it too because you were there.
Right.
Okay? So tell me honestly here. Okay? I know you didn't stab her in the side or the stomach, at least not to an excessive amount.
Right.
Okay? Did you cut her throat?
Honestly, I don't remember cutting her throat. Like, honestly, don't remember ever actually getting to that point. I may have hit it, not knowing I did, but from what I can remember, I never touched her throat.
That you may, and I'm asking for clarification here.
Yeah.
So is it possible you may have done that and just not remembered it because you were in such a blind rage?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
After hours of careful prodding and discussion, Alec finally admits what detectives had long suspected. He attacked Gabe. But the confession doesn't come on its own. It takes the detective's suggestion that perhaps it happened during a blackout, in a fit of anger, to push Alec to come clean.
So where do you for sure remember stabbing her at?
I do remember, like, I think it was somewhere in her front, and I'm pretty sure it was like her side towards her back area.
Okay. Which side? Right, left? Do you remember?
Right side.
Okay. See, being more honest here.
Yeah.
Now we can get further, and I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I told you we had two major things we still needed clarification on.
Yeah.
That was one of them.
Okay.
Now here's the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Has it been bad being honest?
Like, has it been bad between?
No. I mean, has it been bad, this whole interaction here? You being honest, being straight with me. I'm shooting you straight, you shoot me straight.
Trying to get this,
Okay. So I'm not going to dance around this issue in this question.
Mm-hmm.
All right? I'm thinking she wasn't killed in that Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
My thinking is that there was some altercation in the Jeep, physical, with punching, maybe something like that. She got out at one point, whether you tossed her out or she jumped out trying to get away from you or whatever, and you killed her outside of that Jeep somewhere. My question is am I correct in that line of thinking, or am I totally off base?
It was in the Jeep.
You did kill her in the Jeep?
Yeah.
Okay. So you stabbed her in the Jeep?
Yeah. I just got back from getting my lunch and water bottle, headphones, and got back in the car, and I don't know. And then that's when I kind of blacked out.
Detectives don't just hear Alec admit to attacking Gabe. They watch as he rationalizes his actions, minimizing his responsibility and shifting blame. Each pause, each attempt to soften the truth only reinforces what investigators already know. This was not a momentary lapse. This was a deliberate act of violence. In the end, Alec's own words tore away the mask he had worn as the concerned husband. The evidence, his demeanor, and ultimately his confession revealed the truth. Gabe's disappearance was never a mystery. It was the result of a brutal attack carried out by the very man who was supposed to protect her. The discovery of Gabe's body confirmed what everyone feared: another young life lost to domestic violence. What makes her story even more devastating is that she tried to protect herself. Gabe recognized the warning signs and filed for a protection order, but in a cruel twist of fate, less than a week before her death, the Richland County Domestic Relations Court denied her request for a protection order. In the end, the system failed to foresee the danger that lay ahead. In October 2020, Alec Blair pled guilty to every charge brought against him: aggravated murder, 3 counts of murder, 4 counts of kidnapping, 2 counts each of felonious assault and abduction, as well as tampering with evidence and gross abuse of a corpse. On January 22, 2021, Judge Philip Namoff sentenced him to 45 years to life in prison. The question remains, how many more lives must be cut short before society takes the warning signs seriously, before we stop waiting until it's too late?